What are the virtues of a piece of gear that does many things well enough? What about the virtues of a piece of gear that does one thing supremely well? It might not be as easy to choose between the two types of gear as we first think. Hello, everyone. I'm Jason. Let's imagine we are thinking about buying, say, a sterling hollow block. This is a Technora weave cord that has no core. The fact that it has no core means that it constricts when it gets pulled. That constriction means more bite around whatever it is wrapped around. As such, it makes excellent friction hitches. But the fact that it has no core means that use will slowly but surely abrade and wear the weave, making it weaker in tensile strength as there is no core there to keep that strength up. That means we shouldn't use it for things like anchors or fall protection. This piece of gear does one thing really well, but it is limited in its other applications. I know lots of people who refuse to use the hollow block for this reason. There's an argument to be made that maybe taking a good old piece of 6 or 7 millimeter accessory cord can do the friction hitch job well enough and have the versatility to be used in other ways. Okay, but now let's talk about Dyneema. Here it is, the opposite. I know many climbers who carry Dyneema slings because they are so incredibly light for their 22-ish kilonewton strength. They use them as draws. They use them as anchor material because they are also highly abrasion resistant. But you will not see them as rappel backups. Dyneema has a very low melting point, around 300 degrees Fahrenheit or 150 degrees Celsius. With a rope actively running through the hitch, especially if rappelling many pitches, that could be a problem. So, if we are deciding to carry a lot of lightweight Dyneema, making the total weight of the soft goods on our rack weigh considerably less than bringing the equivalent in nylon cord, does having one specialized piece of equipment, maybe the hollow block, make sense? Now the hollow block plugs the one major hole that the rest of our rack has left vacant. Other gear can be addressed through the same type of lens. A while ago, I did a video about the La Sportiva G Summit boot. There's a link to that video in this video's description. While there are a lot of details that go into what the boot does well and not as well, the simplified version is that it can be used with a full liner boot, making it a true double boot, with the warmth that comes with that. Of course, that liner is not as thick and insulating as the liner on high-altitude specific boots. That keeps the outer boot profile smaller and more precise on technical terrain, but it makes it not able to handle as extreme of temperatures. You can also not use the full liner and just have a thicker insole, making it less warm but a lighter single boot. In short, it climbs technical terrain better than the next and warmer boot in the La Sportiva lineup, the G2, but it will feel bulky and less precise when compared to the La Sportiva single boot G-Tech. So should we simply grab the G2 for mountaineering at altitude, say above 6,000 meters, and stick with the G-Tech for our technical terrain? Maybe. Let's imagine we aren't going so high as to really worry about cold as the primary concern, maybe 5,000 meters or winter climbing on 4,000 meter peaks. That's probably a G-Tech use case, right? Well, now let's make that a multi-week expedition. The longer we are out there, the more likely conditions are to change at some point. Or being out there that long, maybe we are covering a lot of different terrain and so have days of highly technical climbing and days more of slogging uphill. Now, it's entirely rational to maybe want that versatility of the G Summit, even though it isn't the best at either warmth or technical climbing when compared to its alternatives. For me, I've come to think about what our equipment can and cannot do in totality as an integrated system of multiple pieces of equipment, more than thinking about a binary choice between one piece of gear and its immediate alternative. Sometimes we need gear that is very versatile, capable of taking on any number of challenges. If I'm going to an unclimbed peak and I don't know what I'm going to face, or if I'm going out for a long time and so will face many differing conditions and challenges, versatility might be the right path. But we can get versatility in another way too, by diversifying with multiple items that are very good at particular things and thus putting many different kinds of arrows in our quiver. However, if we are doing something very specific, say trying a sport route at our limit or whatever, then we might specialize our gear to those specific but also more predictable challenges. Do you have any gear that you love for its adaptability? What about something you love for its ability to do a particular thing really well? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, and share if you want to support us. For more information, you can go to our website at www.shortguysbetaworks.com. You can watch last week's video that is in the same theme as today, thinking about specific systems versus versatile ones, or you can check out our entire Mental Health Awareness Month series for more on the mental aspects of climbing. We'll see you next week and keep on getting more out of that big outside.